Hey there, this is Diego from SidecarT. Today, we're going to walk you through some cool networking new features in the beta version 0015. This new version is designed to help with network issues. Whether you have encountered these problems or just want to stay ahead, you are in the right place. Let's dive in and see what's new. I think the name of the new release in the changelog file is quite explicit. So basically it has to do with the stability of the network. Starting this release, we have a new parameter that will let us configure the country we are based in order to have a better Wi-Fi connection. We also have new parameters that will help us to fine-tune our connection to Wi-Fi or how fast we can obtain the IP address from the DHCP, for example. Now it's possible to adjust the timeouts when downloading files from remote mode servers. And also there is a new page in the configurator with information of the networking parameters. So if you need to troubleshoot, this is the place to go. I have tried to document all the different parameters and how to troubleshoot the network in the user guide. So I think there is a very comprehensive chapter about this topic. And if you don't know yet the documentation site, it's in docs.sidecartridge.com. This is a SidecarT with the default factory configuration. So if we now press the W key, we will enter into the Wi-Fi configuration menu. As you can see, the SidecarT has found 17 networks in just a few seconds. I'm a lucky guy because I can find my network easily in my place. That is not necessarily the case for most users. This is one of the issues that this release tackles: finding faster the networks in your area. Let me choose my network and I will enter the password in the prompt. There is an alternative way to enter the password, which is publishing it in a file in the SD card. You can learn how to do it in the how-to section of the documentation. After a successful Wi-Fi connection, the SidecarT will try to obtain an IP address from the DHCP server of the network, and in my case, it's very, very fast. But sometimes the network configuration of some users does not assign the IP address so fast, so we have added a new parameter that can alleviate this pain and assign the IP address faster. If we press again the Y key, we will enter in the Wi-Fi configuration menu, but now we will see another page with information about the status of the network and the parameters. The most important new parameter is the Wi-Fi country code. And why is important? It's important because now a user can choose the best channels for the country where he is. And that means that some of the issues that probably some users found in their Wi-Fi configuration are going to diminish. By default, the set is defined to worldwide, and it means it will work anywhere around the world. But if you don't have a very good connection to your Wi-Fi access point, you probably have to change and configure the setting to your own country. To change this setting, you simply have to click on C of SidecarT configuration and find the index of the Wi-Fi country parameter at the bottom of the screen. Now you have to find the code of your country in the list in the documentation. Choose the code of your country from the list. In my case is Spain, ES, and let's change it. The XX code means worldwide, so you want to return to the original configuration, type XX, and you are done. In my case, I'm going to type ES of Spain. Now simply wait for a few seconds to get a new IP address from your DHCP server. The next parameter is the one that will help you to find faster your own network in your area, your Wi-Fi network in your area. It could be the case that your Wi-Fi access point does not announce itself as often as needed by the SidecarT. The Wi-Fi configuration in the SidecarT scans the Wi-Fi different networks in your area every 15 seconds. So it could be the case that you need to change this parameter to scan more frequently to find your network. Again, we go to the SidecarT configuration page and we look for the index of this new parameter, which is Wi-Fi scan seconds. I will change it to 5 seconds. After changing this parameter, I strongly recommend to reset the Wi-Fi configuration and start configuring it again. The next parameter tackles the problem when you don't get the IP address from your DHCP server as fast as you wish. The check interval of the network status controls how often any change in the network, once you are already configured, your SidecarT connection will see. And this is the reason why it's so important when you are getting a new IP address from your DHCP server, because this is how you are going to check for a new status of your network stack. The default configuration is 5 seconds, but you can change it to 3 seconds if you have problems getting the IP address. Let's go to the configuration menu again. Look for the index of the network status sec parameter and change it. Now the SidecarT will observe the changes in the network status faster. The ROMs and the floppy images of the public database are cached by a distributed caching system like Cloudflare, so it means that you should download as fast as the Cloudflare network can any image or file from our site. But sometimes the performance of the Pico is not enough, or there's too much latency in your network, so the default timeout of 16 seconds when downloading a file can be too low for some networks. So I will show you how to increase this value, changing the parameter download timeout sec. I will increase it from 60 seconds to 90 seconds. Okay, now we are done. If we, for example, we try to download a new image from the floppy images database, it should time out in 90 seconds instead of the 60 seconds. So for example, we're going to download a new file. I am a big fan of Pacmania for STE. I'm speeding up the video here. I don't want you to wait for 30 seconds for nothing. Let's reboot the ST, or the STE in this case, and simply let's wait for the floppy image to load and enjoy the game. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you will be able to fix and troubleshoot the issues in your network, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.